Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, if you haven't already, hit that like button, drop a comment down below, share this video with your fellow monstiez, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a single video from Annyeong SSS. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one, because what we're about to talk about? A lot of people have been sleeping on it for way too long. Let's talk about Chiquita. Or more accurately, let's talk about the version of Chiquita that most people still haven't fully seen. Because here's the thing, when the world first got introduced to her, what they saw was a bubbly, laughing, plushie-collecting teenage girl who looked like she belonged in a children's variety show more than a stage that seats thousands of people. And yes, all of that is real. That warmth, that goofiness, that infectious smile, that's genuinely her. But if that's the only version of Chiquita you know, you don't actually know Chiquita. And by the end of this video, you will. Her full name is Ruracha Fondachafafat, born on February 17, 2009, in Nakhon Ratchasima, Thailand. She is babymonster's Magne, their youngest member, and one of only 2 Thai members in the group alongside Farida. She joined YG Entertainment in March 2021. And here's where things already start to get interesting, because of all 7 babymonster members, Chiquita had the shortest training period. Not by a little. We're talking 1 year and 9 months. While other members like Rami and Ahayan had been grinding through YG's famously brutal training system for 5 full years, this girl showed up in 2021 and 3 months in, 3 months, she was pulled directly into the babymonster project. Think about what that means for a second. 3 months. That's not even enough time for most trainees to settle into a new country, learn basic Korean, and figure out the schedule. But Chiquita walked into her very first monthly evaluation stage and completely stunned the room. YG executive producer Yang Hyun-suk watched that performance and immediately said, and this is a direct quote, "She has no fear." I wanted her to be part of the project right after seeing her first monthly evaluation stage. No fear. That's not a word you use for someone who's cute and charming. That's the word you use for someone who stands in front of industry professionals at 12 years old and performs like she has nothing to lose and everything to prove. And here's where I need you to really pay attention, because this is the part that gets overlooked constantly. When Chiquita was revealed to the public on January 23, 2023, through her introduction video on YG Entertainment's YouTube channel, she performed a live cover of Ariana Grande's 7 Rings. She was 13 years old. That video racked up over 10 million views in just 10 days, making it the most viewed introduction video among all the babymonster members. 10 million views. In 10 days. For a trainee who hadn't even debuted yet. People don't click and rewatch like that just because someone's cute. They rewatch because they saw something they weren't expecting to see. They saw a 13-year-old step into a camera with the kind of confidence that most adult performers spend years trying to build. But wait, here's something even wilder about that introduction video that not everyone caught. Also featured in that same release? A meeting with Blackpink's Lisa. Now, Lisa is Chiquita's biggest inspiration, her idol, her role model, the artist she has looked up to her entire life. And in that video, Lisa didn't just smile for the cameras and wave. She sat down with Chiquita and Farida, had a proper Thai meal with them that she arranged herself specifically to make them feel at home, watched their dance video, gave them real technical feedback, and then looked at Chiquita specifically and said, even though you haven't trained for long, you're just as good as the other girls. That sentence right there. From Lisa. One of the most technically accomplished performers YG has ever produced. Saying that to a girl who had been a trainee for less than 2 years. That's not small talk. That's recognition from someone who knows exactly what she's looking at. And then Lisa signed her personal Elisa album and gifted it to Chiquita on the spot, right in front of her. Chiquita couldn't hold it together, and honestly, who could? But what struck people who watched closely was what came right after the fangirl tears dried up. Chiquita wiped her face, straightened up, and kept going. That composure, that ability to feel something deeply and then immediately redirect it into focus, that is not something you can train into someone. That's character. Now here's the moment that really exposed the two sides of Chiquita in the most public way possible. Before babymonster's official debut, YG dropped a video reacting to the final debut lineup announcement. And in that video, each member shared their personal dreams for the future. When the camera cut to Chiquita, who had just turned 14, she didn't say she wanted to win a music show award. She didn't say she wanted to trend on social media. She looked into the camera and said, "I have a big dream. I want to perform at Coachella. It's a big dream of mine. I've been working hard receiving rap lessons." A 14-year-old who hadn't debuted yet, casually dropping Coachella as her goal. The internet, as the internet does, had a lot of opinions about that. Some people called it tone deaf. Some called it arrogant. Korean netizens pointed out that most groups never make it there and questioned whether a pre-debut idol should even be talking like that. But here's what those critics missed completely: montiez understand this, even if others don't. Chiquita grew up watching Blackpink make history. She watched Lisa, a Thai girl just like her, become a global icon from the same building she was training in. For her, Coachella wasn't a delusion. It was a logical destination. That's not arrogance. That's a girl who has already internalized what it means to think big, even when the world tells her to sit down and wait her turn. And she didn't just talk. She kept working. She debuted with babymonster on November 27, 2023 as the group's magne with the single, Batter Up, and then again on April 1, 2024 as part of the full 7-member lineup with the mini-album Babymonster 7ER. And anyone who has followed babymonster through their stages and performances knows that Chiquita on stage is a completely different energy from Chiquita in the dorm surrounded by plushies. The bright room full of toys, the love of chocolate ice cream, the giggly girl who melts any time she sees something cute, all of that disappears the moment the music starts. What takes over is precision. Control. A stage presence that doesn't apologize for itself and doesn't shrink to make other people comfortable. Yang Hyun-suk himself has said that her vocals developed their own unique style that continuously shocked the staff members throughout training. Her clear high notes are one of the most recognizable elements of babymonster's sound, and the way she holds space on stage, physically, energetically, is something that audiences feel even before they can articulate it. Here's what makes Chiquita genuinely fascinating as an artist and as a person: she doesn't perform maturity. She doesn't try to seem older or more serious than she is. She is completely comfortable being a teenager who loves plushies and cries happy tears when she meets her idol. And that same person, with zero transition, no warning, can walk onto any stage in the world and command it. That duality isn't a contradiction, it's integrity. She is fully herself in every context. She doesn't put on a different mask for the camera versus the stage. That kind of self-awareness at 17 years old is genuinely rare, and it's exactly the thing that Yang Hyun-suk saw in that very first evaluation, the thing Lisa recognized in a dance rehearsal, and the thing that montiez around the world have been watching grow into something that can no longer be dismissed as cute. The cute magne label was never wrong. But it was always incomplete. Because underneath the bright room and the plushie collection and the smile that could power a city, there is a young woman who joined one of the most competitive entertainment companies in the world at 12 years old, earned her spot in a legacy group within 3 months, stood up to industry pressure with the same energy she brings to her dreams, and has been quietly building towards something massive since day one. The world called her the baby. She's been the one doing all the growing. Montiez, if this video gave you a new way of seeing Chiquita, or if you already knew she was this incredible all along, let me know in the comments. Drop her name down there, tell me your favorite Chiquita moment, and let's talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it with every montiez you know, And if you haven't subscribed to Anyang's story yet, now is the time. We cover babymonster content like this every day and we are not slowing down. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Anyang.